All hail Zeus. Hello, and welcome to the Daily View. And today we are looking at Jupiter. And this is coming to you from Jovian Archive Radio. And it certainly is a sign of my deep respect and affection for the force that we call Jupiter. And by the way, the name Jovian, as used in the organization that owns the rights to human design, the Jovian Archive is actually another name for what traditionally was known to the Brahmins as the Akasha Record. Students of mine that have attended great courses where I've talked about rave cosmology in detail will know that according to rave cosmology, Jupiter and its 4 Galilean moons represent a kind of electromagnetic central operating theater for the way in which the solar system operates and the way in which incarnation takes place. And that the whole record of and the whole structure and coordination of the incarnative process is coordinated through that electromagnetic facility of Jupiter and its moons, the Jovian Archive. To get down to the mundane and away from the mystical for a moment, Jupiter is a very powerful force, known mystically as the Logos, as the true ruler, the king of the solar system. And when we're looking at Jupiter, both the personality and the design Jupiter, what's significant for us at the mundane level is that Jupiter represents the law. The law. And of course, this is something that's exceedingly important to grasp. Each and every one of us are imprinted with a very focused theme of what is correct for us. Very focused theme, brought to you by Jupiter. And what Jupiter does is that Jupiter writes that law. And if you live by that law, you can then gain great good fortune in that sense. Look carefully at the position of the Jupiters in your design. Look carefully. What you're looking at is those places where you must establish a clear, correct way for yourself. That it's written in stone. And to look at those activations and to see them very clearly, it's very important. This is your law. And to remember the binary. That it's not just a matter that the personality lives its law, but that the design lives its law as well, and that the combination of those two laws, well, the combination of those laws is a transcendent whole. It is the rule of the way for the totality as it fulfills its purpose. That's you. Jupiter is something very beautiful. It establishes for each and every one of us a very, very clear line. It's not like there's a law attached to every activation that you have. There isn't. But look very carefully, because you will see that your law, both the law of your personality and the law of your design, you better fulfill those laws. They are the thing that will hold you to the correct line in your process. It's the whole thing about the beneficence of Jupiter. Jupiter has a reputation for being grandiose and being very generous at times. And that ability to be able to benefit from the generosity only comes from that deep obedience to one's own law, and one's own law in the specific theme where you can find them in terms of the Jupiter placements in your design. It's a real meditation. Just read the lines. See clearly what's stated there. And allow that to resonate through you. And understand something. It is not a choice to honor your own law. It's not something that your mind can decide to do. As a matter of fact, the harder it is for you to understand what those laws are from the personality and the design, the deeper you are within the thrall of your own not-self. There's only one way to live your law. Operate correctly according to your mechanics. Honor your strategy and your inner authority. Make decisions as yourself. And you will see that as you make decisions as yourself, you are resonating to your law.